Tyler here with your Alpha-1 review for Final Act 8, people. And, of course, it was the best show of the year. Plain and simple. They did an amazing job, put on a stellar card for you people. So, let's get right into it. First match was your Zero Gravity Championship match, where you had the Wrestling Jesus himself, Sabre, taking on Gregory Iron. And if you followed Gregory Iron on any of his social media, just like 24 hours or so before the match, he says he was in the ER for quite some time in Buffalo, because we all know he injured himself in the other regions earlier this year, like a couple months ago, and supposedly re-injured himself and was going to make an announcement. And when he came out, of course, he looked like he just injured himself, wearing a catheter and everything. And he announced that, like, I hate to say this, but I'm re-injured myself, so forth and so forth. He's like, but I did manage to find a replacement, so Sabre, you will get an opponent. So as everyone was watching the door, he attacked Sabre from behind using a tube from that very catheter. But before you knew it, bing bang boom, Sabre hit the spear on Irons. 1, 2, 3. And your new Zero Gravity Champion, the Wrestling Jesus himself, Sabre. And to add insult to injury, he emptied that catheter onto Gregory Iron. And by God, did that smell bad. Just look at the reaction here. Ding. Then after that, we had your last man standing match, where you had Mark Wheeler take on the Bonecrusher himself, Steve Brown. And Mark Wheeler jumped Bonecrusher from behind during his intro, and brought a total of about maybe, I believe, 7 steel chairs into the match between the two of them. Steve Brown dominated a good portion of it, but for some other reason, Wheeler did pick up the victory because Brown was unable to answer the 10 count. But the big thing is, despite being the hometown guy, people were not cheering for Wheeler much at all. At one point, when Wheeler did have some offense, the majority of the crowd chanted, "You still suck." And for me, personally, I do agree with them, because Wheeler was not that impressive in the match. He got lucky, and I can't believe Steve Brown didn't answer the 10 count. And this is my opinion based on the body of work I see Mark Wheeler do. Again, I'm not that impressed with the guy. And the feud might be over, but I believe Steve Brown will eventually get his hands on Mark Wheeler and put him down for good. After that, we had your 4 tag team conflubble of a match, which was contested under Lucha rules. It was sudden death. And it was pretty chaotic, that match, where you had Western Med Connection taking on Besties in the World, taking on Big and Dirty, taking on a new team, the Alpha-1, the Meme Team, which is Jesse Bieber and Eazy-E Carney, who came out with a smiley face emoji mask and a poop emoji mask. And as you can see, Keeg's reaction sums it all up for most people. And unfortunately, as I bring up the Dr.Dan Losometer, I gotta put a number in the win column for him, because West Med Connection did pick up the victory. So, as I look at the score, that's still 2 wins for Dr. Dan and 11 losses. Hey, those 2 wins did come this year. But still, Dr. Dan, you're still a loser. You have the doctorate in losing and a PhD in sucking, as the numbers do show. Then we go to the intergender match, grudge match, might I say, where you have the godfather of Alpha-1, Alessandro Del Bruno, taking on his former manager, Miss Jade Chung, who looked amazing in her new ring gear. And that was a very good match. Very surprised about it. Del Bruno did toy with her a bit, but she always managed to come back and whack him one good. But in the end, Del Bruno did get the penalty kick on Jade, and he picked up the victory. But you gotta give it to Miss Chung for, like I say, an amazing outing, and I hope to see her do more in-ring in Alpha-1 in the future. After that, we had your international match with DJZ. He was originally scheduled to face Jody Flesh, but due to an injury to Jody, he had to pull out. But Alpha-1, being the all-star organization that they are, managed to find someone else to replace him, and he had Gringo Loco. And man, that was such a high-flying match. Amazing match. Watching it, great spots. Went to the bar. They wrestled at the bar. They wrestled all over the place. And in the end, BJZ picked up the victory. So after that, we had the so-called real Ben Affleck, Alex Daniels, retirement match where he took on Lone Star Curt Stalion and Keith Lee. And man, Keith Lee was a beast in that match. It took Daniels and Stalion working together to do any damage to him. And as it looked like Keith Lee was about to win the match, hitting his finisher on Alex Daniels, Curt Stalion managed to weasel his way in, knock out get Keith Lee out of the ring, surprisingly, and pick up the 1-2-3. After the match, Alex Daniels, as we were all giving him his due, because we all believed it was his last match, got on the mic and said, "Nah, I'm not retiring." So, Alex Daniels, people, is not retiring. But as he was doing that, Curt Stalion attacked him from behind, thus turning heel. But I got one thing to add to this. It's a weird thing for him to turn heel. Because he wasn't that good to begin with. I thought him as like a Mark Wheeler type person. It was like, take him or leave him. But the reasoning for going heel was weird. Because if people remember, in Alex Daniels' last match in Alpha-1, when he faced Curt Stalion, Stalion was like, "I don't want you to retire. Please don't retire. Blah, 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 blah. Reconsider. If I was running an organization, you'd be my champion. Da, 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 da." And then Alex Daniels says, "Yeah, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to retire because I love it too much. It's fun. I enjoy myself when I come up here to Alpha-1." He attacks from behind saying, "You should have listened to me." I'm like, okay, so you didn't want him to retire. You were trying to convince him not to retire. He decides not to retire, and then you attacked him for not wanting to retire. Okay then. Might need some explaining to do on that one, because that is a noodle scratcher. But whatever happened, but we will get to see more of the wannabe Ben Affleck. What more can you say? Then we had your SouthSide World Heavyweight Championship match with the champion, All Ego, Ethan Page, taking on the general manager of Alpha-1 Wrestling, Josh Alexander, with your special guest referee, the American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes. And another stipulation on this match was if Alexander loses, he would no longer be the general manager of Alpha-1. So, amazing match between these two. When these two get in the ring, you know you're going to get a damn good show, and that's exactly what we got. It looked like Cody Rhodes was calling it down the middle, but Ethan Page was thinking, "Why aren't you siding with me? We're tag team partners." Da, da, da. But it was a great show. Both of them hit each other with their own finishers. And in the end, All Ego, Ethan Page, retained his SouthSide Championship, which means Josh Alexander is no longer Alpha-1 General Manager, and the virus, gone. And it looks like all was good in Alpha-1 Wrestling. The virus was vanquished, unfortunately. And you had two stars celebrating in the ring. But before it all ended, Cody Rhodes turned on All Ego, hit him with the tag team championship belt, which an official became heel, said some shit about Hamilton, about not wanting to be there, and so forth, and saying, "Oh, Ego, I gave you every chance to be somewhere else, and you chose to be here." And so, who knows what's going to happen with the Alpha-1 Tag Team Championships, but at least we'll get to see in the future, who knows when, probably in January, February, All Ego versus Cody Rhodes, to see who in 2 stars was the 1 star. So after that, we had your Outer Limits Battle Royal, where you knew Stokley Hathaway was going to be the first entry. And the second entry was Dylan Daniels, or Daniel Dillon, whatever. I'll just say double D, double the douchebag. And Stokley Hathaway was trying to bribe him to just eliminate himself. We had some other people come in that were advertised and that weren't advertised. You had BMD in there. You had Dominic Guarini. You had Big Man. And a couple others. One notably being Shinkara Star Boar, who I was kind of hoping would win. And the last participant was Space Monkey. But before Space Monkey could come in, you had someone, who knows, this mystery person come in that was wearing a lucha mask, come in, attack Space Monkey from behind, go in, and ended up winning. And you know, it was Stokley Hathaway. But of course, me and Keegan being who we are, we were slowly playing it up, thinking, "Oh, that can't be Stokley. He's not wearing the same pants." As you can see, the pants he went into, and the pants that he came out with as in the other mask. But Stokley Hathaway did manage to get back. He managed to lose it and regain it within the same match, his Outer Limit Championship. So, people, still Outer Limit Champion, or if you want, the 2-time champion, Stokley Hathaway. Yeah. And then, for your main event of the evening, you had your Alpha Male Championship match in what would be a survival of the fittest match, which was no disqualification, no rope break, no counter, no disqualification, no none of that. So basically no rules. You win by pinfall or submission only. No other way. Where you had your challenger, your 2017 King of Hearts champion, Ricky Shane Page, newly crowned CZW champion, might I say, taking on the reigning, defending, 1.5 year long reign, Kobe Durst. And you might have thought the Purge was good for them. Oh boy. This match blew that match out of the water. And, it was violent. It was action-packed. I had Kobe Durst get flung at me. Yes, I got hit by Kobe Durst. Brian, you can attest to that. You probably have the photo somewhere on your phone. Man. And Kobe Durst hit R.S.P. with 3 pile drivers in a row. 5 in total in the match, and R.S.P still kicked out of him. And now, I can finally say this after a year and a half of waiting to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Alpha Male Champion, the leader of the Ricky Army, Ricky Shane Page. Yes, people. Ricky Shane Page is your new Alpha Male Champion, and I am elated. Finally, the reign of Durst is done. No longer will I have to say, oh, Durst won because of this and that, and oh, he did a pile driver Kohlberger combo and rolled him up and win. Finally, I can have something interesting to talk about now. Instead of your run of the mill and your winner, Cody Durst. But all in all, amazing show. People, check out Brian on his social media. He will have his opinion. Check out Cindy on her social media. She will have her opinion. Check out Keegan. He will have his. Also check out Brandon. He's always posting stuff. And also, people, don't forget to follow me, Cindy, Brian, and all of us on Facebook at The Wrestling Guys. That's our Facebook group. And you will always get up the latest of what's happening in independent wrestling in Ontario and in California. And maybe some other tidbits of information about some other independent wrestling organizations that we might enjoy. But so follow us on Facebook. You can follow each of us on our YouTube channels, which will follow after this video. But for everyone, hope you enjoyed Alpha-1 in 2017. They do have one more show happening in Oshawa, Ontario. It is Watch the Throne 5, and that will happen on December 17th. Stay tuned to Alpha-1 and also on our Facebook page, The Wrestling Guys, as I say, as we will be posting the latest information about what will be happening. This is Tyler. Peace out, and hope to see you all in 2018. But before I leave, I almost forgot, I'm going to be doing a special Ontario Independent Wrestling Awards show happening soon. If anyone has any nominees, please email me for Best Male, Best Female, Holy Shit Moment, Best Match, Best Tag Team, and that's about it. See you all later, people, and I'll talk to you later about the stuff that's coming up in December. Peace out.